This video is sponsored by Dubby Jitterless Energy Blend and by Reaper Apparel Company. Stay tuned till after the video to learn how you can save 10% off of your order. What's happening, ladies and germs? This is the PackerMan, and welcome to this edition of The Fuel. Where today we're going to be talking about the 2024 FireKeepers Casino 400 from the Michigan International Speedway, which was rain delayed to Monday after they completed 52 laps. New week, same story, isn't it? You know, we look like we're going to get a long green flag run to finish a race and get a deserving winner, and yet again, NASCAR just can't get out of their own damn way. There was some other stuff, some silly season stuff that's been going on over the past week or so. Including some penalties that came down for Austin Dillon and Joey Logano. First off, Joey Logano was fined $50,000 because he did a burnout on pit road with people around because he was pissed off at Austin Dillon. And Austin Dillon gets to keep the win, but it does not count towards his playoff eligibility. And he also got a 25-point penalty toward driver and odor points, and his spotter was suspended for 3 races. And they are appealing the penalty, which will go down this coming Wednesday. And honestly, I can't blame them for at least trying to appeal, because that's basically a $2 million penalty that they just got slapped with. Because compared to where they are right now in points, which is 31st, compared to where they could be in the playoff, I mean, $2 million is a huge swing, to say the least. There's some silly season news. Sheldon Creed and Sam Mayer will be driving in Xfinity full-time for the Haas Factory team, moving over from JGR and Junior Motorsports. And Kaulig Racing has announced that AJ Allmendinger is going to be returning back up to the 16 car in Cup full-time in 2025. So what was the point of putting him back down in Xfinity? Kaulig is weird, man. They make some weird decisions, to say the least. As far as the TV rights deal and the charter offer, that's still kind of up in the air. Teams in NASCAR are said to have largely agreed to the split of the money for the next TV deal, which means that there has been at least some progress, but the sides have been unable to bridge gaps in other areas like governance of the sport and the charters. So that argument is still going on. And then finally, before we get into this review, the Clash is moving from the LA Memorial Coliseum. It will once again be on a quarter-mile bull ring, but this time around, it's the Madhouse, Bowman Gray Stadium, Sunday, February the 2nd. I think this one's been in the works for a while. And we're about to see it go. We're about to see it go down in 2025. Would actually be a good idea. I don't know, but it'll be worth a shot, to say the least. So, into the review. Rain was a pain in the ass all weekend long. And there were a lot of people saying this is why we need to start these races earlier, because they could have gotten some racing in before the rains came right as they were about to start the race, and it delayed the start by 2.5 hours. I mean, having like a noon or 1 p.m. start time would have been a lot better, because we could have been through a large majority of the race by the time the race was officially called on Sunday. But be that as it may, Hamlin started from the pole. Larson caught Hamlin and Reddick sleeping in turn 3 to take the lead in a 3-wide move, which is pretty cool. Elliott challenged Hamlin for fourth, but couldn't make it happen. Hamlin passed Reddick for second. And then Hamlin starts trying to challenge Larson for the lead after 26 laps. Yeah, stage one, there wasn't really a whole lot that happened. And then Hamlin got alongside Larson for the lead, and then Wallace basically did a slingshot move around both of them down the front stretch to take the lead for our first pure lead change of the day on lap 35. And then as Hamlin is trying to get back to him, he actually causes the first caution on lap 39 when he gets tight off of turn 4 behind Bubba Wallace, and then it gets loose and he spins through the infield grass. Most of the field comes in for service. 6 cars stay out because it's near the end of the stage. So the restart was on lap 43 with Ryan Blaney as the leader. We had a 3-way battle for second between Byron, Elliott, and Buescher, and Blaney wins stage number 1. And then we had another squall line approaching the track, and then was red flag for rain. They tried to do their damnedest, but it was just wave after wave after wave of showers, and they decided to postpone the rain to 11 a.m. Monday. So come Monday, we had a restart on lap 56 with Chase Elliott as the leader. We had a 4-way battle for the lead between Elliott, Busch, Wallace, and Truex. And Kyle Busch actually takes the lead on lap 58. Maybe we need to see that blue Lucas Oil car more often. Big battle for third between 6 different cars at this point. This is probably the best part of the entire race, honestly. This second stage. Briscoe goes 3 wide for third behind Wallace and Truex. Truex in third now starts chasing down Busch and Elliott for the lead and passes Elliott for second, and then passes Busch for the lead for a third pure lead change on lap 66. Wallace and Larson starts joining this battle for the lead. Cindric gets into the wall and turn 4 but keeps going. We'll come back to that in a minute. Green flag stops began on lap 89, then Truex pits from the lead on lap 94. Larson cycles out with the race lead, and then, weird occurrence. 3 different cars all have rear tire issues within a lap and a half of each other. Todd Gilliland, Joey Logano, and AJ Allmendinger. Allmendinger actually ended up spinning out down the front stretch when his tire blew out, and then Logano, the carcass from his tire went out onto the track, and that basically caused the second caution of the day on lap 110. Very weird occurrence that 3 different cars all had rear tire failures within a lap and a half of each other. So most of the field comes in for service. So we have a restart on lap 116. Once again near the end of the stage. Ross Chastain was the leader on the restart, but Kyle Busch got the lead with a great restart. And then we had our third caution on lap 116 when we had a big crash off of turn 4 when Kyle Larson lost it on himself. Basically, it was similar to what happened to Hamlin earlier in the race, and collected Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell, Todd Gilliland, Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano, and Chase Briscoe. Larson was out of the race. Logano was out of the race. I think the others were able to continue, though. And Kyle Busch ends up winning stage number 2 under caution. So he leads the start of stage 3. Busch and Byron are side by side for a lap before Byron takes the lead into turn 1 for a 4th pure lead change on lap 127. Gibbs gets by Busch for second and then challenges Byron for the lead. Keselowski gets up to third, and then we have our 4th caution on lap 134, and this was, the thumbnail that you see in the video. Corey LaJoie tries to pass Noah Gragson and makes contact with the 10. The 10 didn't make any movement whatsoever off of turn 2. It immediately turns left towards the apron, and the car just goes flying. Like, it immediately caught air. Of course, it doesn't help that the underside of these bodies are basically just one big panel, one big sealed panel. And then it dug into the grass and it flipped a couple times. And Denny Hamlin basically said it himself. He's his own worst enemy. So, about half the field comes in for service. Then we have a restart on lap 142 with William Byron as the leader. Excuse me. Elliott gets a great restart and takes the lead off turn 2. Kez starts challenging Byron for second, and Gibbs gets by Byron for third. Byron kicks off green flag stops on lap 154. Reddick challenges Elliott for the race lead. before they make their pit stops and takes it for a fifth pure lead change on lap 161. Busch decides to do just 2 tires on his pit stop and actually comes out in front of Byron, who would have been the de facto leader of the race. Reddick gets around Byron for position and then challenges Busch for the de facto lead and takes it. Truex, Gibbs, and Elliott all battling for what would be 4th place once everything cycles out. Barry finally pits with 12 laps to go, and Tyler Reddick cycles out with the race lead, and he's pretty much on his way to victory. When we have one of the dumbest cautions of the entire season on lap 195, or 5th caution, Truex gets loose and smacks the wall with the right rear but keeps going. Similar to what happened to Austin Cindric earlier in the race, but this time around, NASCAR decides inexplicably to throw the caution here. This is what we mean by inconsistent officiating. Like, they let it stay green when it happened to Cindric, but it seems like late in the race, they always have that quick trigger finger when it comes to that caution because they always want that fucking Game 7 moment and that overtime because the race was going to have a boring finish. I mean, sometimes that's just how it is. I mean, why do we have to continue doing this stupid fucking overtime bullshit? Like, I am so sick and tired of talking about this fucking overtime bullshit. I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of seeing this fucking ineptitude from NASCAR officiating. Enough is enough. So we had our first overtime restart with Tyler Reddick as the leader. Then we had our 6th caution in the first overtime when Ross Chastain gets spun down the backstretch after Bowman gets into the wall and causes a massive accordion. William Byron actually was scored as the leader at the caution, so it's like, great, Tyler Reddick's going to get screwed out of another win because of a stupid fucking caution. Thankfully that wasn't the case because on the second overtime restart, Reddick actually gets a good restart thanks to a good push from de facto teammate Ty Gibbs. Pushes him out in front, and Tyler Reddick gets the win at Michigan, his 2nd win of the year. And I believe he becomes the new regular season points leader with 2 races to go. So he's got that regular season title in sight. As we got Daytona and then the Southern 500 as the final 2 races of the regular season. So race stats, same as last week actually. We had 26 overall lead changes with 5 pure lead changes, 6 total cautions, 2 overtimes. And then we had 3,768 green flag passes, which averages out to 22.8 on average per lap. Kyle Larson led the most laps at 41 laps, so no overly dominant leader this week. As for my final rating for the 2024 FireKeepers Casino 400, I mean, honestly, this was not a bad race. It had some good spots, even though a lot of it was still kind of snooze-inducing. It overall wasn't a bad race, but I mean, NASCAR's ineptitude when it comes to its officiating just never stops. They just cannot get out of their own fucking way, and it is so tiresome. And having those 2 overtimes just completely affected my feeling of this race. So I'm going to go on my Bret Hart shit and give this race a 4 out of 10. It would have been a 5 or a 6. But that's not going to be the case this time around. So it's 4 out of 10 this time around. Don't want to give it that rating because I think it's better than that. But, I mean, NASCAR's got to be punished for their stupid shit somehow. But anyway, that's going to do it for this edition of The Fuel. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, this is the PackerMan signing out. See you later. Hey, what's happening, ladies and germs? This is the PackerMan letting you know that tonight's video was sponsored by Dubby Jitterless Energy Blend and Reaper Apparel Company. Special shout out to both of them for sponsoring my YouTube channel. Dubby Energy is a jitterless energy blend that contains coffee fruit extract and was designed to give gamers a boost of energy without all the downsides of regular energy drinks like crashes and harmful ingredients. And there are several different great flavors that you can try, such as Dragonade, Push and Punch, Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, Watermelonada, and the limited edition Palm Blom flavor. And don't forget to get you a plastic shaker while you're at it. If you're interested in giving Dubby Energy a shot, there's an affiliate link down in the description box below. In addition to Dubby Energy, this video has also been brought to you by Reaper Apparel Company. By clicking on the affiliate link down below in the description box, you'll be able to browse through many of their different wares, such as hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and other cool items. And that's not the only thing. When you place an order and you go to checkout, be sure to type in the code PackerMan and you'll be able to save 10% off of your order. And it would also help me out as well if you use the affiliate link, so thank you if you do. And also, special thanks to both Dubby and Reaper Apparel for sponsoring my channel. Hey, what's happening, ladies and germs, and thank you for watching tonight's video. Be sure to hit like and subscribe to stay apprised of the latest videos for this channel. If you would like to join the Spare Parts Gaming community, links to their Discord and Facebook are down in the description. Also, if you would like to leave me a tip for the video, a link to my coffee is down in the description box below at buymeacoffee.com/thepackerman71. Also, be sure to give my channel sponsors Dubby Energy and Reaper Apparel Company a shot. Their affiliate links are down in the description box below, and it would help me out as well. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, this is the PackerMan signing out.